Hello, beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome to your week. Welcome to the Sarah Renee Show YouTube channel. I am so happy to have you here. We are starting to kind of bring in some of our rebranding as we get ready to launch the new show and new podcast. So I'm super happy to have all of you here who have started this whole journey with me and you've been hanging out as I've been figuring out all of this technology stuff and have been just sharing spirit's messages for you and really finding this flow. Thank you for helping me to create a really beautiful YouTube channel here and for being a part of this whole process and all of your feedback and your questions and all of your support. I just love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so excited for what is coming up and kind of the shifts and the upgrades that are arriving and that we're starting to kind of line up now. So you'll start to see like some new branding and some new themes and all of that good stuff. So I can't wait to continue to unveil some of these changes each week and then get our show launched. As I mentioned before, we're going to continue on with these videos, and they're going to be a little bit different just because when I was tuning in and even as I like started to check out like some of the other, weekly energetic forecasts and energy updates, what I realized is that's not actually what I do. Um, because of the nature of my gift and I don't, right, like you'll hear me, I'll talk about the moon phases, or I might mention like, oh hey, it's Mercury retrograde right now, or this is going on. um but I'm not an astrologer, right? I kind of, I'm like all of you. I look at it, I see what's going on. But in the guidance that I share here with you, it's all coming from my, meditation and prayer and connecting with God and the angels and asking what messages, what guidance do you have for them for this week? And so I'm really kind of, I've been in this rebranding process, like cleaning up, some of those kind of energetic gaps or, energetic leaks, those things that were just slightly out of alignment, and bringing everything, into true integrity and, um, congruency is the word coming in. And so within that process, really realizing that these videos, we might touch on, the energy for the week, but ultimately they are, weekly guidance sessions for you, weekly, spiritual insights and spiritual tools to help you get the most out of your week, to help you on your spiritual path, to help you experience more joy, more well-being, more balance and harmony with your mind, body, spirit, and all of that. And so that's kind of I'm leaning into what's already been kind of naturally and organically flowing through. And then we'll see how these grow and evolve as I kind of surrender surrender into what God and the angels and spirit are calling me to do here and to share with all of you. So with that said, let's dive into this week's energy and this week's guidance. Oh my gosh, you're gonna see like I already have my little like habits of how I word things that I'm like, wait, we're changing that to guidance. So you're gonna bear with me and you know me. I have this perfectionist side of me, but I also like to really be honest and transparent with you because I feel like if any of you are trying anything or you have a business or you're um, starting to put yourself out there, I love to be able to show you what it looks like when you're someone like me who kind of learns on the fly. Like I really learn as I go. And so I almost prefer to make some of these little errors here publicly with you and just grow through it as I see like how does it flow? How does it work? Like how do we get better? How do we get closer? Because I also feel like to me it helps me feel so much closer to you and less like I'm putting on a performance. And that's something that's really been important to me my whole career, my whole life is this bond and this soul connection that we share because so many of you are my clients and you choose me to help you find greater spiritual connection, to help you connect to your loved ones in heaven. And that's the most important thing to me. And it's so sacred to me. So why wouldn't we treat this as the same way? So anyhow, um, oh, let's dive in. So, this week's guidance, and we are coming into December. It's a brand new month. It's also the final month of 2024, obviously. We have all the holidays coming in. December 1st, so Sunday, yesterday was a new moon and so new moons are our monthly like reset rebirth kind of a new beginning type energy, right? So this week is really this like um we're in the holidays already, but it's like launching us into this like almost I see it like I almost want to describe it like a vortex of like or a kaleidoscope of all of these like the celebrations and endings and new beginnings, right? We're closing out 2024, we're getting ready for 2025, right? So it can be a lot. And so when I was tuning in, like the guidance is really to give yourself permission to rest. Give yourself permission to go have fun. Give yourself permission if you're feeling really creative and motivated and inspired to strive, to work hard, right? Like, give yourself, like, stop with all the shoulds of the holiday season and really give yourself permission to follow your natural intuitive drive. Okay. We're still getting used to this microphone. So, right, to follow um your kind of innate seasons within the season, right? Because we're going to have winter solstice, right? So we transition into from fall into winter and um but I feel like this is just one of those months where it's like every week might feel like a different season of your life. Every day might feel like a different season. And so, really using your intuition, using your connection with your body, with your spirit, with your higher power to navigate all of that and trusting the divine timing, trusting that when you are taking like good quality rest, like you're sleeping well, you're taking a day off each week, you are letting yourself be fully present with your friends and your family, you're having fun. You're going to be naturally more motivated and more energized than when you're working on something that you're passionate about, right? Like when you truly um, restore. Sorry, this is one of those like you touch it and then it mutes, and I want to make sure the audio is good. Um, when you truly restore your energy, you will have more energy, right? And so, even setting an intention, something that I do before bed that I feel like it might be beneficial for you during, this holiday season is to I like just set an intention. I say a little prayer as I'm going to sleep. And I just simply like, I say, God, thank you so much for this day. Help take care of. And I kind of surrender. That's when I bring in, for me, I visualize like a white basket and I put anything stressing me out, any worries, any goals, any like to-do list for the next day, people I'm thinking about, any of that. I put it all in the white basket. I hand it off to God and the angels. And then I say, help restore me while I sleep. Help bring me into perfect health and perfect harmony and perfect wholeness as I sleep, and help me wake up feeling replenished and ready to go tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. Good night. And then I go to, and then I have I listen to my Calm app or my Amen app as I fall asleep. So that's my um, ritual. And I also clear my energy, as many of you know, I've talked about in the shower before bed. But that's like my, like, right as I'm dozing off, I have the lights out, I'm in bed, I'm falling asleep ritual. And when I started adding that in, it made a huge difference for me in my sleep and just feeling more peaceful, as I fall asleep, and, staying asleep longer, getting better quality of sleep. Like, it really, really made a huge difference for me. So you might want to give it a try if you're someone who you get really burnt out around the holidays or you get really stressed out around the holidays. It can really help you out. So I felt called to share that with you. And, again, so this week it's like really like that permission theme is kind of coming in, and especially around like the rest and the fun and the action, like this permission to be all parts of yourself and to honor all of those kind of modes that you might go into, right? And just allowing it to be, and trusting that inner wisdom. We do still have Mercury in retrograde, and when I pray on it and ask, like, the guidance is really it's still kind of sticking with this theme of renewal and of like um revision, and of like renewing your holiday spirit, renewing your faith, renewing your aliveness, renewing your priorities, right? Like this energy of renewal. Maybe it's renewing your spiritual connection, because that's coming in kind of, especially as we head into the weekend, is this theme of like really emphasizing your spiritual connection this holiday season, and just like it's like they're showing me like turning up the dial. It's like you want to like turn up the dial, and what that might do, well, and you can just see, like, you might look at it as an experiment where after holiday season, you think, like, how was this compared to other years? Um, but of, bringing in more of your loved ones from the other side, pets from the other side has been a big theme recently. So, thinking of them, getting, an ornament made with their picture or something, or putting pictures out, engaging in fun holiday traditions that your loved ones used to love or that you miss doing with them or that remind you of them, or telling funny stories. But like, um, and I know I shared a lot of that for Thanksgiving, but it keeps coming in of like, really like bring your loved ones from heaven into the month of December. And if you don't have a lot of people on the other side, you can just focus on one. But you could also, for you, it might be more centered on God or your higher power, or, you know, um, Jesus, maybe that's your higher power, or the angels or your spirit team or source, or, whatever you whoever you pray to, whatever your belief system is, but bringing in that connection of like, help me feel you more clearly. Help me feel you. Help me feel your joy this holiday season, right? Like, help me feel your joy this holiday season because that's like it's also this time of year, right, where the nights are longer, the veils are more thin, and that's not just in regards to like seeing spirits, right? It can also be that we are more connected to our higher power. So it can be this really profound time of year when we start slowing down a little bit, we're closing out the year, we can have huge breakthroughs in our reflections, our journaling. Um, but we can have these like really profound spiritual experiences as well, where you know, because we're in this kind of attitude of joy and celebration, our vibrations are higher. And so we're feeling God, we're feeling our loved ones on the other side more easily, right? Like, we're more in this kind of mode of believing in magic and miracles and all the happy endings, right? So there's like the magic and the joy of this season, which helps us connect with, God, with that higher frequency, with the angels, with heaven, with all of those, higher realms, right? And we can really plug into that even when we're grieving, and to have maybe the grief is here and the joy is here, and they just sit side by side. We don't have to be completely past the grief or any kind of pain or any kind of challenge or any kind of suffering that we're going through to also have the joy and the magic and the bliss and the peace. It's like learning to expand your nervous system. This is what I help so many of my clients with, expanding your nervous system to be able to have both side by side, to be able to have, the loss with the blessings, right? Because that's like, then we get this full spectrum of life, right? And that's like, I learned that from spirit that comes through from the other side. Like, are so alive, they are so full of life. And so how can we tap into that more here? It's widening our context and our nervous system and our capacity for life. So such good stuff. Um, and yeah, that's like, I feel like if you can start to bring some of that in, bring in what resonates with you the most this week, and it's really going to start to, you might feel a little bit tired near the beginning of the week. And then as the energy picks up, that'll really help you find like your balance with it. Find your kind of balance with the ebbs and flows of the energy as you go from like, oh, I need some more rest. Now I feel really driven. Now I feel really inspired. Now I just want to go goof off and have fun. Like to be able to shift between those with greater ease, more kind of fluidity, and all of that good stuff. So those are our pieces of guidance and kind of the energy touch points for the week. Let's go ahead and tune in and repeat our weekly mantra. And this could be a mantra. You could word it as a prayer, whatever resonates with you the most. Um, I use the word God. You can feel free to substitute that for spirit, universe, whatever it is that you prefer to say. But go ahead and place your hands on your heart and just repeat after me. I am loved and protected by God and the angels. It is safe for me to rest. It is safe for me to strive. It is safe for me to be happy. I honor all of my seasons and I trust God's timing completely. Amen. Let's go one more time. I am loved and protected by God and the angels. It is safe for me to rest. It is safe for me to strive. It is safe for me to be happy. I honor all of my seasons and I trust God's timing completely. Amen. Hmm. Beautiful. Hmm. Just feel that in your body. I will put that in the description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. I would love to hear from you in the comments of what resonated with you the most or something that you're going to take into, your week this week. And I am just sending you so much love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a beautiful week, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.